less risky. Less risky. They are small, right? Small. Innovative, small, significant contribution to the economy, independent and flexible, and then less risky. Any other idea? So why people choose, right, small business over other form of business ownership?
Some people don't want to work for corporates, so they tend to make their own business so that they can like control their own job.
Yeah, makes sense. Right? Some people wants to do their own thing. They have some idea that they really want to work on, and then they start small businesses. You think? Great. So what do you think? What contributions do small businesses make to our society? You have those beautiful ideas, innovative, small, significant contribution to the economy, independent, flexible, less risky, right? Then what do you think? Contribution of small businesses, especially during crisis.
They provide jobs.
Create jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, jobs. Yeah, that's makes sense. Jobs. Right? Why? It creates jobs.
Because it employs people.
It employs people. Do you think that small businesses versus corporations, the big one, which of those companies contributes more to the economy? Small businesses or corporation? Corporation, right? Now, if I'm asking about which companies or which kind of ownership that most likely contributes to the economy when the economy in crisis.
Small business.
Yeah, it should be small businesses. And then the question is why? Why small businesses?
During economic crises, big corporations tend to lay off employees to reduce costs of
Yeah.
operations. But these employees having nothing to lose might either start small businesses themselves or go to small businesses for employment.
Yeah. So during crisis, so many corporations lay off their employees, and then these employees, because they have very specific skill, and then they also know the industry, and then they start small businesses during crisis, right? So you can see in 2020 in Indonesia, in Australia, in the US as well, so many small businesses growth during COVID pandemic, right? So this is the contributions of small businesses to the economy, right? Create jobs in the local economy. Yeah, you guys are correct. And then in Australia, 2.5 million small businesses. In Indonesia, what do you think? How many small businesses? Or in India, how many small businesses? Do you have any information on that? Yeah, there are lots. Sure. Yeah, sure. So in Indonesia, there are so many small businesses, and their contribution to economy is 40% of our GDP. So it's pretty big, right? 40% of our GDP, and then the contribution to the employment in Indonesia is almost 80%. Right? So small businesses is really a big deal.
I think there might be more for small businesses in Indonesia than some larger countries. At least from what I can tell.
Yeah, I think from the number, yes, but from the US dollar, I think we are still very small in comparison with other developed countries. Okay. So one of you said that the small business is very innovative, right? That's also sensible. Do you know Microsoft?
Yeah.
Version of Microsoft, right?
Yeah, I think it started off in a garage.
Yeah, right. They started very small, started with small business, and then Apple also did the same thing with Microsoft, start very small, and both of them are very innovative. So if you check patent, patent from small business in comparison with corporation, the number of patent from small businesses is higher than the corporation. So the first point here is correct. Innovative. They are more innovative than corporation. So why do you think that small businesses are more innovative than big corporations?
I think it's because they have the leeway to like decide what they want to do in their small business. While in a big corporation, you have to hold like multiple meetings just to make a small change or something like that. But in a small business, because it's way smaller and you have more freedom to do what you want.
Yeah, yeah. That's why small businesses are very independent and flexible, right? Because they are very independent, very flexible, and this is one big cause that small businesses are more innovative than corporation. Do you still remember the first week we discussed about corporation, board of directors? Yeah. So in order to launch a new product, we need multiple meetings with board of directors. And then in Indonesia, you have second tier, commissaris, commissioner, right? The executive directors. So you really have to present your idea to them. And then the meeting is just in Indonesia, it's very long, right? So we can see here that the small businesses are more innovative because they are independent and flexible. And then if we have a look at the uh, organizational structure, what do you think of the organizational structure of small business in comparison to corporation? Multi-layer, single layer? Do you eat in street vendor alone?
Yeah.
Right? You know the owner?
No.
Does it make sense if I assume that the owner of the street vendor, very small business, is the one who serve you?
Yes.
Yes, makes sense, right? If you eat somewhere around here in Kaki Lima street vendor, then most likely you're going to be served by the owner, right? So the owner of the business also serve you, and then they cook, right? And then they manage their business. So it's kind of single layer organization, right? Single layer organization. In corporation, we have so many layers of organization, right? And then the third point is meet the needs of larger organization. Can you think about this? Why small businesses meet the needs of larger organization? Can you think of why small business need
I think it's because of what you said, the corporation cannot change small things. Like for example, if the company wants to, they need to buy a product. They can't just like jump into the product and create it themselves. So they need to like detail like the needs from other small businesses.
Yeah, makes sense. Do you know one of the big company in Indonesia, Astra or Toyota, Toyota in general? I think Toyota is also very big in India, right? In Indonesia, Toyota is very big. One of the firm under Toyota company around the world is parts. Right? automobile parts. So the automobile parts is practically not produced by the Toyota itself. In every country in the world, Toyota produce their parts from small businesses. So this is one point why small businesses meet the needs of larger corporations. Okay. So if we come back again in our first big discussion about merger and acquisition, you still remember that? Acquisition, especially in acquisition, right? Did you still remember how Gojek grows to current size, to IPO? Yeah. The one strategy Gojek use is to do acquisition of small businesses because of their innovation, right? So this is why the first one is that small businesses can be one of the supply chains of bigger corporation. So the second one, small businesses can be the source of innovation for corporation, right? And then of course, after all of those things, small businesses inject considerable amounts of money into the local economy. This just makes sense, right? Do you have any comments, questions? The last point of small business is that, so one of you said that small business is less risky. Here, they raise that larger firms sometimes avoid. Why do you think? They use their own savings. So they use their own savings, that's why they can be very flexible and then more innovative than large corporations. That's it, right?
I think in comparison, they also stand to lose a lot less than big corporations do.
Oh, okay. Okay. The amount of money they lose is pretty small in comparison with big corporation.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then because of they use a lot of money from themselves and probably from their family, then they have flexibility and eventually they can take risk larger firms sometimes work. Right? Can you give any example what kind of risk that small businesses take that the larger corporation avoid? Do you have any example? Do you have any experience from your readings? Yeah.
New types of products and different innovative marketing strategies.
Innovative products and different marketing strategies. Yeah. Can you give more elaboration on that? What kind of innovative marketing strategy? What kind of product? Your idea is makes sense to me, right? Innovative product and innovative marketing strategy. What kind of marketing strategy that small businesses use and then large corporation avoid? I think you are familiar with this strategy. All of you, I believe so. Yes, social media. Right. Social media is one thing that small businesses is very flexible and willing to take more risk than large corporation. Why is that?
Because they want to stand out, so like it's kind of a marketing strategy for them to make their brand like expand and get like noticed by.
So who design in small business that you can do innovative marketing strategy through social media?
Yeah, the owner.
Yeah, I'm the owner, right? So the owner, also the manager, also the CEO, the COO, CFO, right? Chief of Everything Officer, CEO, right? For small businesses. So yeah, they're willing to take this kind of risk, promoting their ideas and then products with social media more easily than the big corporation. Right? So what do you think the problem would face big corporation if they use similar social media channel with the small business? Do you think that it will always improve the value of their services, improve the value of their products?
I think it's because they're already well known. They don't really need as much exposure as small businesses.
Okay.
Like even if they kind of go out and do stuff, they just announce it and people will hype it up.
One issue with the large corporation is they have so many copyright, right? So it's not really easy to promote their product to social media. Yeah. So many copyright. So just for example, if Toyota launch new product, so they really have to get into the board of director, and then the board of director have to agree on the copyright, multiple copyright that they want to introduce to the social media.
I think the comparative loss potential applies here too, like because as for small businesses using social media to promote themselves, they can stand to gain a lot, not by risking a bit of exposure through advertisement online. But when it comes to big corporations, whenever they want to promote products, they're promoting them mostly to customers they already have because they're so big, and less to new customers sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
promoting on social media also carries a lot of risk too. So that's low reward for high risk, I think.
Yeah. That's why the keyword is leveraging, right? So small businesses has more leverage in promoting their product and services via social media in comparison with the large corporation, right? Because large corporation, we know that they are well established and that they have wide, large consumer in comparison with small businesses, and then their product and services also well known, right? So this is the way small business gaining leverage in comparison with the large corporation. Okay. Then provide specialized goods and services. Do you know this company? Have you heard Ripple? Yeah, you can search it on Google. What kind of company is that? Ripple. Yeah, yeah. What is Ripple? What do you think? Is it a big company or small company?
Big.
Yeah, now it's a big company, right?
Blockchain.
So say you want to send money to your relatives in Jakarta or outside Java. And then what kind of services are you going to use to send your money, to deliver your transfer from bank, right? From bank to bank. Now say that you have relatives abroad. And then you know that the fee of doing transfer money from Indonesia to, say, Australia is very expensive. It's like 24 Australian dollar, right? It's not round trip. So round trip would be like 36, 35. Right? 35 means 100,000 rupiah. Yeah? It's quite a lot of money for us. And then Ripple saw that opportunity. So you can transfer money from Indonesia to wherever around the world, right? With very cheap cost. The technology behind Ripple is different from the bank. Ripple specialized in blockchain technology. So using blockchain, the money transfer will be less costly than doing transfer money from the bank, right? So they start very small, Ripple in the US, and then they use blockchain technology, and then now become one of the largest company in the world, right? So Ripple is specialized goods and services. Initially, Ripple only specialized in providing attainable, right? Attainable transfer money throughout the world. Now, because they have blockchain technology, now they start to offer cryptocurrency. So you can send rupiah from Indonesia and then transfer it using Ripple cryptocurrency to the US, right? So this very cheap services they offer. Okay, do you have any other company in your mind that you can share us an example? Providing specialized goods and services in Indonesia or in Australia. Gojek, what is the specialized good or services from Gojek?
Started off as a transportation
Transportation company, service, right? Then
Traveloka,
Traveloka, specialized in
transportation through city.
accommodation, travels, flight, right? Accommodation, okay, leisure, right? Leisure business. Any other company you know? Traveloka, Gojek,
Uber.
Uber.
Sama sih. Apa tuh?
But Uber is not operating in Indonesia, right? Nippon Paint. Avian, Nippon Paint. Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so they provide specialized goods and services because they're willing to take more risk than larger firms, and then they're more innovative than larger firms, and also independent and more flexible. Yeah. In those characteristics, so small businesses can provide specialized goods and services. Okay. Um, and then, if you want to start small business, which way are you going to choose? You start by your own or other strategy, buying a business.
I think with buying a business, you already have you have the image now.
You have the image, you have the consumer, right? And then you have the product, you have the services. You can just buy the company on the phone. Makes sense. Yeah. So what do you think would be your challenges if you start your business by buying company?
Expensive.
Expensive, you're right. Absolutely expensive, right? Yeah. Yeah, you have images, you have product, you have services, but if you buy a business, there is a possibility that the business you buy is not really matched with what you want to develop by yourself, right? So I think that one of the biggest risks. Okay. Um, wait. So I have. He wants to buy my business. So this is my experience. I have a very small research company, right? Okay. So I start this firm 10 or 15 years ago, right? 10 or 15 years ago. It's very tough because no one understands my business in that way in Indonesia. because I just came from Australia and bring all of those ideas to Indonesia, and none of Indonesians understand my business. Yeah. And then I have uh, options. First one is to change the way I do business. Right? My idea is to offer very specific client in Indonesia, a financial institution in Indonesia, from a regulatory perspective, yeah, very boutique research business. Then after 5 years, yeah, I had no client. I had no client. 5 years. I start this in around right, 2010. And then up to 2015, practically I only have, well, almost no client at all. And then one of the software companies, I think you know this software, startup, right? Yeah. Offers my research firm as one of the distributor in Indonesia. Right? You are right, Bradley. It's costly for me to provide the money to buy some of the copyright from startup. Right? And then I offer startup. I have skills in doing scripting, right? Yeah. And then I offer startup to improve their software to estimate some very complex model that previously cannot be done in startup. Right? So starting from that, they offer me uh, shares without spending any money. So I got shares from Startup Indonesia in return for my expertise in developing scripting for startup, very specific model, right? And then starting from there, because using this is very specific services, right? Yeah. 2016, I start to got quite big client in Indonesia, right? So starting very small business in Indonesia is not really easy at this moment, yeah, because I didn't have any network at that time, so I just offer my businesses from university to university and then to regulatory offices to regulatory office in Indonesia, right? And then after that, my business growing very well. In 2020, I don't study 24, right? We have like 10 researchers, yeah? uh, with on average 5 clients, yeah, in Indonesia and abroad. The value is quite substantial now, and because of that, now I'm thinking about buying a business, another business. But I think I'm going to lose this one. I hate to lose this one. Independent and flexibility, right? So this is the advantages of buying a business. So I buy this copyright of startup from my skills. So I got these shares from startup. I sold these shares last year's. Yeah. And then from that I improve my business, and right now I'm still considering to buy a very small business to support my team. But I think I'm going to think about that because I'm going to lose independency and flexibility. Right? That's I think one of the caveats of buying a business rather than starting one from scratch. Starting one from scratch is very challenging, and then I think the risk is pretty high. Right? Okay. Uh, Sorry. if you want to avoid painful period, like me, you can just buy business, right? You just buy business, you have capital to buy the business, and then you think that one of those business is very good for you, then you start to buy this business, right? But if you want to develop your ideas, and then you think you have passion in that, yeah, that would be a good idea to develop your own business. I believe that all of you here have a good business acumen, right? You have like business planning, and then we already learned about financial statement, right? Last week, income statement, cash flow statement, balance sheet statement, right? You already know about that. So I think you have quite the skill to improve your business, right? So this is the established customer base, right? And then functioning business system, if you want to buy one of the form of one of the other small business as a starting point for you to own a business. And then they also have a proven product or service and known location. Uh, have you been to Australia before? You know this? Please find about this business. And those,
Okay.
right? Flame grilled, yeah. Flame grilled chicken from Australia,
Wow.
right?
Ini memang Los Palos Hermanos.
Nando's, right? So please find information about Nando, specifically about franchise. Right? It's really nice. I love Nando's. Yeah. For me, the main reason of eating Nando's is because almost every Nando's shop is halal. Then for me, it's safe. Nando is very interesting business. So if you have a look at uh, Nando's on Google, there are many information about providing what we call it franchise. Can you find any information about how much money do we have to provide to get franchise from Nando?
$50,000.
$50,000, right?
Pound.
Pound, 50,000 pound. Yeah, it's so expensive, 50,000 pound, right? But can you
1 M.
get the franchise of Nando's in Indonesia?
Oh.
Yeah, it's only two countries. They will only provide franchise in two countries, South Africa and Australia. Right? So this is the other strategy for you to start your own business. You can take franchise. I think one of you talk about you, right? Asking about franchise or Jason. In first week, buying franchise in Indonesia. Okay, what is franchise? Yeah. What kind of franchise do you know? Or you visit regularly?
Mixer.
Mixed. Mixed, right? Other franchise you visit regularly?
Mr. DIY.
Mr. DIY. You have to go to
Ini ada,
that.
itu ada. I like cheap things, okay?
DIY. And then KFC. Yeah. Right. This is also one of the largest franchises in the world, right? So franchise is basically you license, yeah, to do business with franchisor standards. So the easiest example would be Starbucks, right? Starbucks is franchise. Right? So you can find Starbucks around Indonesia. Okay? So the franchisee buy license from franchisor from the US to do the operation of Starbucks in Indonesia. Right? So if you visit Starbucks in, say, across the corner, Tunjungan Plaza, right? And then you visit Starbucks in, I don't know, some Lombok, Starbucks, right? Do you have, or can you point out any significant differences between those stores? Starbucks in Tunjungan Plaza, Starbucks in, I don't know, another mall in Surabaya, India, in Jakarta, part of the world. Yeah, just the room layout. But their service, quite standard, right? Their product, if you ask for, what is your favorite coffee with milk, like cappuccino extra shot in here, the Tunjungan Plaza, then you ask cappuccino extra shot in Jakarta, the taste would be pretty similar, right? It's not always the same, but similar. Okay, so that's the standard you are going to get if you buy franchise for well-established brand in the world. So this is the way that you can have or you can own business, right? And the advantage is that white name recognition, of course. If you buy Starbucks, yeah, or if you buy like McDonald's, right? So white name recognition. And then also the I think one of the most famous one in Indonesia is Indomart, right? Indomart is franchise, and then also Alfamart. And then you can also get the advantage of having mass advertising, right? Also financial help, at least for uh, development stage, right? And then training and support. So basically, if you have enough money to buy a license from franchisor, then this is a good way to start your own business. Okay? And then this is the challenge, right? Startup expenses. You have to provide the place. Of course, the place has to be very good. And then royalty payments. Right? So there are sales targets every month you have to achieve. So you can pay monthly royalty payments. Uh, I don't know in Australia, but in Jakarta there was Hilton, right? You know Hilton,
Hold on.
right? Hotel. Yeah, there was a very big and nice hotel in Jakarta around GBK, right? Senayan. It was named Hilton, and then now changed its name with Sultan, right? Right? Why do you think this hotel changed its name?
No longer franchise.
No more franchise. Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why no more franchise? Do you think?
Maybe the owner of the hotel don't want to franchise.
Yeah, the owner of the hotel don't want to franchise because the owner of the land around the hotel is government of the Republic of Indonesia. And the other thing that the royalty that have to be paid to Hilton International Group is really expensive. Yeah. So this hotel decided not to pay royalty again, and then they start to own their own business. Now the name of the hotel is Sultan Hotel, right? This is one example of business that started with franchise and then stopped the franchise because of the cost of royalty is very high. Right? Okay. Yeah, some example of franchisee, mixed with. We also have mixed with.
Franchise?
Yeah.
No.
No, not yet.
Why do you think I have franchise?
Now, the other point of discussion is this. Yeah. So there are many small businesses. And then, what are the key reasons for most small businesses failures? What do you think the key reasons of small business failures?
They ran out of money.
Run out of money, yeah, would be one possible.
Uh, insert inadequate funding management, like
Funding.
purchasing in tools or capital that may not be essential to the running of the business, and thus wasting money on
Yeah,
on things that could have went into other capital items.
yeah. Expenses management, they fail to do that. Expenses management, and then they run out of money. And then any other idea why they failure?
Failed marketing.
Failed marketing, then
Leadership issues.
leadership issues. Yeah, you did the PPT, right? What do you mean by leadership issues?
Bad owner.
Bad owner.
Yeah,
Yeah. What do you mean by bad owner?
Uh,
owner doesn't know how to lead company. Yeah, lagi lah.
Maybe
Maybe they hire people to like manage their business and then like let go of their responsibilities.
Oh, bukan puisi
Ending
doang.
up in the business like not being
Kan
managed well.
sebelumnya
Okay,
bisa ya.
so
Sebelum
I'm going
tes.
to write this. First reason is money management, right? And then second, what? Product or marketing? So people, right? Marketing. Failure.
I think for the leadership issues, there could be not recognizing or adapting to changing economic conditions, maybe not taking criticism from customers and suggestions from employees, or stubbornly sticking to one way of business management and instead of changing things up based on what happens in the current events.
Yeah, so they fail to anticipate, right? Unexpected condition, right? Perhaps economic, right? Or downturn, right? Any other ideas why small businesses fail?
Unlucky.
Hmm?
Unlucky.
Unlucky.
I think that's a fair point.
Unlucky.
Small businesses also depend on luck.
Yeah. So unlucky. Run out of luck. Right. Run out of luck. Okay. Yeah. So the challenges, most small businesses failures. In yeah. So I think many of you from Surabaya, right? Did you ever or India? Or which city are you from? India, right? In Mumbai or in Mumbai. Have you ever evidence in one period of time? There are so many small businesses in your city. think I would say they have a uniform model of business, uniform product, and then after a very short period, they are all gone. What kind of?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was very famous and some list sellers.
Right?
It's like yes, like squishy.
Squishy, right?
Iya, tapi kan jual itu.
It was a trend.
Right?
Bisnis FOMO.
I don't know how to write that, but
Yes, basically.
it is.
Okay, similar.
Ice Milo, right?
Yeah.
Es Milo. Oh, pernah.
Es kepal Milo. Yeah, it's very.
Masa kecil lu ngapain aja?
Itu dulu yang es serut terus kayak pakai
Oh, nggak pernah makan ya, Pak?
es serut kok
Ini orang Surabaya.
Do you know es serut? Es serut is granita, Indonesia. So granita from Milo, right?
Aku bikin Milo.
Milo. Yeah. So Milo, granita from Milo, and then they form the Milo like a very big ball, and then they sell it. And they sell it everywhere. I think in Jakarta as well. But now they're all gone, right? Yeah, this is one of the risks of small businesses. If you offer product or services that really easy to be copied by the other, then this is one of the reasons for small business failure, right? So if you want to own a business, then you have to start thinking what kind of product or what kind of services you are going to offer that is not really easy to be copied by anyone, right? Okay. But if you really want to have your own business, my best advice is just start it now. Do not think too much. Right? You learn from operating business later. Right? So the first thing that small businesses failure is management incompetence. So you are right about money management and then people management, right? Uh, they hire wrong people with wrong skill, and then lack of industry experience. Yeah, makes sense. Um, they're probably experienced in the business, yeah, but not the particular market or technology. So if say I have experience in computer scripting and then developing software, doesn't mean that I'm really capable of marketing this kind of product to the industry. And then I'm not really also have the skill of doing kind of presentation that's very interesting for the financial, right? So this kind of skill, lack of industry experience. And one thing about lack of industry experience is having right network. If you have right networks, then you can have so many ideas, and then you can sell your ideas, and then you can improve your funding. Then most likely you can improve your business. So this is what we need to get the experience from the industry. Okay. Yeah, the third one is financing. Run out of money, yes. So how this small business finance their business?
Owner money.
Sorry,
Owner money.
owner money, their own money. Yeah, that's makes sense, right? Family and friends, their own money, family and friends. And then other sources,
Lending from banks or credit cards.
lending from banks, and then credit cards, right? Yeah, most of the small business owners start their business using their credit cards. Yeah, it's very high interest rates in there. And then other form of financing that small businesses can get. What kind of financing?
From parents.
Parents, yeah, family, friends, parents,
Investment.
investment. What do you mean by investment?
I don't know, maybe investment from friends.
Investment from friends again. Family, friends, family, friends again. You have so many friends. It's good, right? So, apart from your own money, your own credit lines, using credit card, there are so many government programs, yeah, to support small businesses. Usually, they have these grants, right?
Is it possible if they like ask for money from like corporations?
Cooperation, yeah, that could be one possible way to get financing for your small businesses. So you come to the cooperation co-op, right? We call that uh, microfinance, right? Cooperation, cooperative, cooperation, co-op. So you propose to get financing from uh, microfinance lenders. So do you think it is easy for small business to get loan from a bank?
No.
No. Why?
They are very risky.
Because they are very risky, right?
They don't know like the credibility of the business that's gonna be built, right? So they can't really give 100% full trust on the person.
Yeah, because they are still small, right? And then their product and service is not well known, right? More risky, and then, well, probably the cash flow is not really healthy for 5 years or 7 years, right? So overall, the risk of small business is too high for bank, right? And then you can find from the book about these uh, investors, right? Angel investors. Have you heard about that? Angel investors. What do they do? Sorry? Invest in many companies. Small one, big one, medium one. Which one? They choose. Angel investors.
Small to
Very small company, yeah. So angel investors and then venture capitalists, right? And then there's a private equity, right? So this is the forms of non-bank financial institution who can lend their money to the small businesses. So what is the largest angel investors in the world? You know,
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. Okay, because you watch it from TV, right? So popular, Shark Tank. Do you know Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation? Have you heard about that? Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation? Yeah, you can search it from the internet. This is one of the biggest angel investors in the world. Their money practically everywhere. Yeah. In vaccine, and then in so many small businesses in Indonesia, in emerging countries, in developed countries as well. So Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is one of the largest angel investors. And then you can also find these grants from Australia. Australia awards, right? For medium, small, MSM, medium, micro, small, medium enterprises. Australia award. So if you have small businesses that you think your business is highly prospective, yeah, and then you can apply for award from Australia award for SMEs. They will provide you with training. Go to Australia for 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. Got training from one of the university in Australia, and then got network from Australia, and then you can improve your business from there. And then after that, you come back to your country, and then you develop your project, and then they will give you grants to improve your business. So this is one of the form of financing for MSMEs. Australia award for MSMEs. Right? So there are many grants in developing countries to improve small businesses. Okay. So you can get the 10-minute script, and then after that, you can count it. Okay. Right. So this is what I'd like you to do. So you work in group, right? Discuss the questions. So you can pick a local small business or franchise that you visit frequently, right? Then discuss whether that business competes price, speed, innovation, convenience, quality, or any combination of those factors. Right? And then successful or not. And then be sure to provide a couple of examples of how they achieve or do not achieve those factors. So this working group, I think can just work in group in 10 minutes, and then you can present your findings, right? Share your findings to okay, four will be good, right? 10 minutes.
Let's talk about alcoholics. Wait, just kamu dengar. Sing presentasi itu apa? Apa itu? Karep. Ngomong soal besar ya. Small business. Apa ya? Local small business. Wait, local small business tuh. Unik aja wah. Jadi,
Franchise.
Gajan udah besar kan sih, masa kecil. Oh, small business.
Yeah, franchise.
Oh,
It could be Alphamart, Indomart, Mr. DIY, KFC, Burger King.
franchise itu apa? Shake gitu. Shake kan? Itu kayaknya ada nggak sih? Nggak. Itu punya Filipina gitu. Besar sih, tapi franchise.
Hello.
Maksudnya
Small
sorry. Does that mean small business or the franchise is small or big franchise? Or both?
I think that would be good if you can find small business franchise.
Small
Not as
business.
big as KFC
Yeah.
or Big Mac.
Like, makes very small or big.
Ya,
Siapa yang tahu kan?
ya.
Terus
Ya, itu kan kalau small business franchise.
small business franchise kan.
Oh ya, Bangladesh apa itu?
Oh, Agam tak? Agam ya. Agam di Jakarta ada.
Yes. Small business or franchise.
Agama tahu itu berapa pounds? Kapan agama?
Or franchise.
Oh iya. Agam.
Ya.
Gak enak mek
Small
Agam itu.
business or franchise.
Lebih enak nih kok, tahu gak? Distrik.
Distrik. Warkop.
Warkop distrik.
Meli dulu paling enak.
Sugar enak, tapi dia kan bukan Bangladesh. Lah sing Bangladesh paling enak menurutku
Distrik
distrik.
itu masih apa?
Minyak kayak agak
Bangladesh nama orangnya cok.
mosok. Oh iya, namanya Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Oh, Bangladesh. Namanya Lades ya.
Bangladesh.
Wah, tak kira dari itu Bangladesh. Sejarah mie Bangladesh. Walah, sing punya orang Aceh namanya Lades.
Di Bangladesh. Itu
Banglah derivasi Banglah.
Kamu harus coba deh.
Tak kira dari Bangladesh sih.
bukan ngerti. Ini aja kopi kenapa?
Gede ya? Agam sih, agam.
Makanya iya.
Yeah, it's small business or franchise.
Ya, small business and franchise.
Okay, good. Challenge yourself.
Tapi emang franchise tak agam, bukan kan? Franchise. Loh, tapi kan bisa aja maksudnya buka punyanya dia sendiri. Maksudnya owner sendiri sing maksudnya ya punya owner sendiri gitu.
Coba lihat.
Nggak ada info sih sebenarnya. Bisa apa lah, small business.
Franchise lanjut.
Kenapa?
Franchise.
Kan ada di Google kok nggak ada.
Business issue.
Hah?
Business issue.
Agam. Ini agam.
Ini agam.
I don't know what that is. Dari sini baru buka nggak sih? Dari sini? Iya, di itu.
Yang gua tahu. Di mana? Di mana?
Loh, yang kemarin kita pas pulang tuh loh.
Sama kemana?
Ha, daerah dekatnya antara pokoknya ya dekat sini lah pokoknya.
Dekat itu balai-balai kota.
Ya dekat balai kota. Sebelumnya balai kota.
Uji kapan ini Gundi?
Lu nggak sih kapan hari kita pas pulang lewat arah itu toh. Ya saya kan kira lewat tujuan toh, pas pulang. Tapi aku kan pas lewat coba lurus lewat Genteng kali nih.
Iya.
Terus muter itu ada agam baru bukan di sebelahnya Mabes. Di sebelahnya tentara-tentara itu.
Enggak tahu.
Okay, 10 minutes guys.
Tapi aku ngomong apa ya?
Saya kira question di situ. Siapa yang mau tulis? Kan ditulis kan? Kan ditulis. Difoto aja kan bisa. Tulis aja. So, do you have to write this on Word or not?
I will just point and you can just
Just present it.
present, share your ideas.
Bisa ngejawab yang nge-compete itu nanti price with increase.
Ya itu sih kita harus coba ya. Itu sih kita harus coba ya.
Ini menurutku jawaban mana?
Enggak sih, ini kayak lebih ke jelas untuk bisnis itu apa. Kayaknya nggak ada sih jawabnya. Kayak product range market position nggak ada sama sekali. Ya itu jawab sih itu sih.
Product range berarti price nya dibilang juga.
Enggak beda. Ini jawab kayak penjelasan ya. Ini agam kok. Kita jawab juga. Terus dari kayak ya, the WR.
Solusi, kenangan, ini agam.
Tapi overpriced ini agam itu aku bilang. Enggak, bukan over. Enggak enak rasanya. Aku nggak ada sih. Aku lebih bisa dibanding ambil distrik ambil sama
Distrik apa itu kayak mie goreng biasa?
tuh kalau ada juga tapi jauh lebih enak. Dapat harganya nggak salah. Plus telur tuh 13.000. Mie agam ya? Mie agam 20 nggak sih?
Hampir ya.
Ya.
Nah itu juga dapat telur, sayur sama apa? Kayak rambak.
Rambak. Tahu rambak kulit. Biasanya lah rambak babi tapi lagi rambak sapi. Sing boleh ya. Ya sing lah pokoknya sing biasanya dari Bali rambak. Tapi ini nggak tahu. Pokoknya sudah dapat rambak sapi dari mana sih? Udah gede ya. Janji jiwa itu, saya lebih kecil. Lebih kecil. Atau enggak banyak kan sih kopi-kopi itu kayak kopi anak monopoli. Oh,
itu Surabaya.
Oh iya justru kecil kan.
Itu kalau itu gue nggak ada, gue nggak tahu sama sekali itu.
Apa? Yang kecil. Oh itu. Titik koma. Oh nggak ada di Jakarta. Oh itu Surabaya dong. Fore ada mas.
Fore gede so.
Ini masih bingung nyari.
Ya harus agama.
Udah nonton bokep aja. Bantar itu.
What's that? Let me see.
Berarti dari bagus tuh. Cari angle bagus.
Thanks for sharing the work of art. Are we ready though?
Sigma parah ya.
Boys, have you made your mind?
Yes, akam.
Then you finish.
No. Not yet.
Perang apa sih?
5 more
Whether the
minutes.
business complete price, innovation continue quality. Complete lah. Ya.
Komplit lah komen kita. Ya kita bandingin aja sama
Apa banding?
nggak tahu ya bandingin sama.
Tahu ya, bandingin aja gitu. Itu kan
Ya nggak usah bandingin sih.
topiknya apa gitu. Kuatnya di mana? Kalau mie gacuan, contoh kayak mie gacuan itu. Kan harganya murah.
Satu mie.
Nggak, mesti kayak contoh mie gacuan itu kan murah harganya.
Ya gacon kan berarti sama with nih.
Iya.
Wisnu kok baca sama Wisnu.
Ini udah yakin nggak dong? So, is this going to be math?
Oh, this is not going to share.
Oh ya.
So more discussion. Okay. Are you
Iya.
ready?
Ready?
Done?
Lagi aja.
Ya ready lah. Itu yang provide kan?
Maksudnya?
Apa ya?
Ini apa enggak?
Coba ya.
Oh, cara mereka achieve bisa mendapatkan itu gimana gitu. Kayak contoh mie gacuan itu lah, ini kan makanan kan murah gitu, kok bisa gitu. Apa yang bikin mereka
Ini nggak jawab sih.
enggak, ini mungkin jawaban bagian pertama, bagian kedua belum dijawab.
Yang pertama mana?
Jadi nggak ada dulu. Tapi that we should discuss whether that business competes itu kan udah jawab itu, tapi yang bawahnya example-nya kan belum.
Ini siapa ya?
Oh nggak baca.
Mereka punya range of apa? Dan lain-lain. Kan kalau yang itu kan yang itu kan cuma joget orang doang. Nggak ada.
Ya mungkin ya, ada lagi.
Oh iki loh bentar. Jadi kita jawab itu dulu. Sing dari atas kan ada price, speed, innovation, convenience, quality. Yes, 5 loh kan. Nah, si agam ini bagus deh berapa faktor. Jadi kita milih gitu.
Price.
Enggak sih, justru
Price
pasti aku enggak. Dibanding basic lain.
Innovation juga enggak. Speed.
Convenience lah. Iya, speed convenience.
Quality.
Convenience ya.
Indomie sih Indomie.
Apa?
Quality.
Quality-nya ya.
Indomie.
Ya jawab aja wis gue. Enggak apa-apa.
It's less quality and
Huh?
more speed, convenience, and price.
Sorry?
I think if you're talking about like a cheap food place, I think it's more about the
Yes.
affordable price, quality, speed. No, not quality. Speed, convenience,
Speed,
and price.
speed and convenience.
Speed and convenience.
Speed and convenience.
Instead of like quality.
Is this successful? Pastinya.
Yeah, successful.
Innovation.
Example.
No.
Example how they achieve. Oh, itu. They have. Oh, cabangnya apa?
Branch.
Branch. Oh yeah, they have branch
Do they
around
do they do
around
do they-
Java.
Yeah, Java.
Are they really innovative? Don't they like do Indomie only?
Sorry?
Is it really innovative though?
Really?
No. We don't talk about innovators. We only say about speed and convenience.
Yeah.
From there,
Inovatif dong. Itu kan bukan Indomie dong.
Tapi Bangladesh tuh
one of
ya
you stand out.
ya nyontoh nggak sih anggapannya banyak.
Karena aku gak kerja.
Lu yang ngomong berarti ya. Lu yang ngomong.
Mana teksnya cuy?
Duh, nalar. Begitu kamu di depan langsung ngomong.
Untuk gak masih ini.
Just stand up from there. Just present.
Ladies first tuh. Not boys.
Example sih itu aja apa? They have several branch. Ambil
Kopi kenangan, okay.
ya mungkin yang they not achieve-nya itu dibandingin ambil compared to other Bangladesh noodles yang more expensive.
Tapi jadi kue yang ngomong.
Their price is very competitive and also affordable. It range from 20K to 40K. And then their target market. Oh, they're targeting like middle income.
Middle income.
And then they also provide very convenient service. They fast service and also digital ordering, allowing customers to order from their app, which avoid waiting long lines.
Okay.
And also, their quality is good and also affordable. They use high quality ingredients from local Indonesian farmers.
So who is the Kopkan closest competitor? Tomorrow. So price comparison, what do you think about Kopi Kenangan and Tomorrow? Which one do you think value for money is the best between those two?
I have never tried
Tomorrow.
but I think Korean, they have a lot of stores in mall which people can like it's very easy to access it. Well, tomorrow they can have a low to middle income market.
Tomorrow low to middle income, and then Kopkan you think middle to high. And then in terms of convenience, Kopi Kenangan is more accessible than Tomorrow because they are available around malls, universities, right? Hotels.
Tomorrow is only like the Google
Oh, okay.
store outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you.
Okay, so in conclusion, Kopkan is successful or not?
Yes.
How do you measure or how do you convince yourself that Kopkan is successful? Well, from what? Yeah.
They even like opening stores and outside Indonesia as well.
So around 800 or more.
Yeah, more than
So,
at least more than 800.
Do you have any information about the business growth of Kopi Kenangan? when it was first established, the code of conduct? Can you find any information?
So when it was first opened, it opened in Mina. And during the first day, it sold 700 glasses of coffee.
What year is that?
2017.
2017.
And 2 years later, it opened more than 330 stores throughout Indonesia.
So you think that Kopi Kenangan is one of the successful franchise, local franchise? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Next, boys.
Great.
Another-
Great. Okay, let's do this. Can you do this? Can you do this?
Aduh,
Can you do this?
Tadi lupa, lupa aja. Udah nggak apa-apa, jawab aja. Yang menurut lu benar.
So the smallest business and franchise that we decided on is Yagam Bangladesh.
Mie Agam
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
And Mi Agam Bangladesh has its advantage on speed and
Convenience.
convenience. Because when grading those noodles, those Mi Bangladesh, they
Fast.
can cook it quite swift and
They have several branch.
there's
They have several branch in
several
around Java.
branch in around the island of Java. And this small business of franchise is successful because first it started in Jakarta and now they expanded in around the island of Java. For example, now they have 2 franchises in Surabaya and many people like them. Yeah,
When it was started, the business, Mie Agam Bangladesh. Mie Ayam or Mie Agam?
Agam.
Mie Agam Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Agam is Aceh, and then Bangladesh is.
No, Bangladesh is the name of the maker. It's Bangladesh. The name of the
Okay. Bangladesh.
yeah. That's one of their strategy marketing.
Alright.
Apa ya?
Apa?
Nggak ada.
So what is so specific about Mie Agam Bangladesh in comparison with Mie Gacuan and other
Gacuan is it's like
Ya, gacuan is
Mie Gacuan
pangsit.
Mie Gacuan is fast. Yeah. So what's
well, I think that Mie
Bangladesh
Bangladesh
usually
has
has
Indomie.
Indomie.
As the base
But they have
ingredients
their own special sauce.
and then some of the business pour in their special sauce, some of their sauce, and then make it unique from Indomie and it tastes different from other Indomies.
Oh, do you know abnormal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it similar with abnormal?
No.
No.
Abnormal is basically
Yeah.
normal Indomie, right?
Yeah, it's normal Indomie. Bangladesh different Indomie.
Different Indomie.
Yeah, it's like an Indomie and then
Yeah, it's
business
there's
pour in
actually
their special
several
sauce
special sauce inside the Bangladesh.
Okay.
makes
So
them-
there's special sauce.
and makes it
for
taste
Indomie.
different and unique.
Right.
From,
So how many stores they have now?
Not quite sure, probably around 5 to 10 around Java.
5 to 10 around Java.
Yeah.
And then do you have any information about the growth of this business?
I think actually no, it's about
Do
the
you have any information
It's
about
very
that?
small.
Yeah, it's a small business.
Have you tasted this
Yes.
in
Yeah.
Bangladesh?
Yeah.
So what do you think about it?
It says it tastes bad, but I think it's good.
Tastes bad, but you think good. Okay. What do you think that makes this mee so popular now?
I don't know, because they are quite cheap.
All because of the price.
I think because a lot of people like Indomie.
and then when those business pour in their special sauce, it just makes them taste different. Okay, like that.
So even after adding the special sauce, the price is quite low.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
How much
Still
is it?
affordable.
I
Yeah,
think
for
around
under-
10 to 15,000.
10 to 15,000.
Yeah, I think 15,000 was with Falcon.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. So I think the most interesting part for this business is its price. It's quite affordable.
Mm.
Okay. Do you think that this business will be successful in the upcoming years?
I think maybe yes.
50-50.
Yeah.
50-50. So why do you think it's 50-50?
There's a better tasting Indomie then I guess.
Better competition.
Oh,
Yeah.
so the product is easy to replicate, right?
Or maybe like circumstances that cause it as people to be unable to eat outside, like the pandemic we had a few years ago.
Oh, okay, that's quite extreme condition, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, thank you. Please.
So the small business we choose was the franchise. Small business or franchise that we choose was Sour Sally. Sour Sally, in regards to price, quite pricey, I guess. Kind
Nên
of
được nó cứ ít
targets
được
the
lào lào.
mid to high income. Like around 40 to 60K per portion. But it's really like fast to order. Like it takes only 5 minutes and it doesn't take long. It's also very convenient because it's easy to find in a lot of malls and all that. And also in like online stores like BUSM or stuff like that. And the quality is good too. It compares to, I guess, Palau, international standard, and all that regards to frozen yogurt. And also, it's very unique. So, in the innovation sector, it's very high because it was the first store that like opened a frozen yogurt concept in Indonesia back in 2008. So now when everyone thinks about frozen yogurt, they usually think about sour salad. So like it's the face of the frozen yogurt industry. So we think that sour salad is pretty successful because they have opened more than 200 branches in India in 11 years in big cities, usually Jakarta, Bandung, Surabaya, and yeah, so it's successful.
Successful. What is the growth of this company?
The growth.
I mean, in 2008, they have like, I don't know, 1 billion rupiah profit, and then in 2024, how much they get? You're not finding it. What is the growth of this company?
Maybe not financially, but instead of being a one branded group,
Yeah.
they have like certain like companies that fall under the same group, such as King, Blue Zuan, and Blue Blue. And
Like they got
yeah, so they're like they grew into a bigger group instead of just having one business under their name.
So when did it start?
2000, they first opened their
Yeah,
first
they opened the
branch.
franchise, and then when did they start to acquire other business?
Um,
only from 2017
2007.
till now.
Oh, it's been a while. Any information about the value of sour salad business now? In terms of rupiah? Yeah.
like we found that in order to like open a franchise for Sauercelli, one needs around 330 million, 75 million per year for 5 years, and then they need around 230 million for having the store.
300 plus 200 is 500 million for one store. And then they have like 200 branches, right? So 500 million times 200 branches. It's a lot of zeros. Okay, thank you for your information sharing. I'd like to run quizzes, just like the first week.
Oh
Oh yay!
no!
Oh yay!
Quizzes.
That's our. That's our. That's
Sorry.
our. It's
Okay, do it now.
It's
Okay.
sorry.
Let me set up the quizzes. So please make sure that one group only have one computer, one gadget.
Quizzes.
Sorry guys, I gotta go.
Ya, sip.
Three
Lu
group.
kalau belum
Saya ikut bisnis.
Or you
Wah,
want
dia mau bagi.
work
Tapi
in
kita
Oh,
bisnis.
quiz aja ya sekarang.
group to many, right?
Hmm.
Two groups.
Ya, dapat buat aja.
Apa mau?
Kapan betul?
Hah? Enggak, maksud quiz yang sekarang, yang kayak minggu pertama itu enggak.
Ya kita minggu pertama kita.
Sing quiz di situ.
Iya, sih kita masuk kita nama grup sigma itu.
Ya,
Itu. Kayak gitu sekarang. Kita ngelakuin quizzes sekarang. Quizzes bukan quiz.
Quizzes sing aplikasi.
Oh.
Website
iya,
website quizzes.